Mixed by Mighty.
What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our national factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faith, where we encourage you to live, explore, and enjoy your life with all boldness through the knowledge of factual truth. Very important, because it's your life. You cannot live another's life and another cannot live your life. Anyone that tries to make you live even your own life, as they want, they must be your master, they must be your enslaver. So wise people will let you live your life. They will only be encouraging you to know yourself, know your nature, know what you are doing, make your own decision, make your own choice. So wherever your decision brought you in, you have a choice to remain or leave. You are not a tree. You are not planted by any God. You are a living being. You were born to live, explore, and enjoy your life. So, but today I want to share with us what I titled, Where Was Your God? Of course, I'm not asking that question to the woke nation. It's a question to people that believe they have a God. They keep talking about their God. When they see you, they want you to believe their nonsense that their God created you. They haven't seen this God. They cannot see this God. Yeah, they believe this God created them, and you must believe that God exists. If you don't believe that God exists, you are a fool. Tell me, who is the fool here? Person that have not seen God but believe God exists, or person that have not seen God and know that God does not exist and saying it with all boldness that there is no God? Who is the fool? Of course, they are even misquoting their book. Their book said, the fool say in his heart. It did not say the fool say with his mouth. Wise people say with their mouth what the fools are saying in their heart. Every believer is saying in their heart, every believer is saying in their heart that there is no God. But with their mouth, they say there is God. In their actions, they say there is no God. But with their mouth, they say there is God. So they are confused and confusing themselves. Their mouth and their heart does not agree. That's why their faith, their belief, their prayers can never work. Because for whatever you are doing to work, your heart and your mouth must agree. And when I'm saying the heart, I'm not saying it as the way religious people say. I say you, like what you are made up to say. You say with your mouth, because the heart doesn't speak. The heart don't do nothing but pump blood. So it's an idiomatic expression when we say the heart. The heart doesn't, you cannot love with the heart. Oh man, how did this car flip? This accident just happened right now. Wow, let me show you guys, man. This accident just happened. And people are in there. Let's go get them out. Oh God, give me a minute. And the thing just happened. It just happened. You see that accident? The car flipped. The guy hit a car that parked on the street and his own car flipped. Flip over, man. It just happened. At least the guy is okay. Oh, man. See? Let's say he's a believer in God. Just what I'm saying. You know, that God is too useless to save him. The accident happened. Now the owner of the other car came out. At least 911 is being called. Nobody's calling on God for anything because God is too useless to do anything. God cannot help us in times of need. Okay, so, and some idiot may say it is God that made it happen. Maybe the guy don't believe in God. That's the most stupid thing to say. So if your child don't believe in you, you'll be causing evil to happen to them, like accidents. That's nonsense. And how many people believe that nonsense? And they keep saying they don't know why they are suffering. Your problem is your faith. Yes, you are suffering because you are ignorant what you worship. If you know what you worship, you won't be suffering. Because what you worship will be working for you, will be intervening for you, fighting for you, not you talking for it, fighting for it, and believing you know what you are saying or doing. No, you are ignorant. And you see how this camera captured it, right? I flip it to see, and I show that, and it's recorded, right? So God cannot do any of those things. Yet you see people blindly saying, yeah, God can do. God is everything to me. God is nothing to you. There is nothing God is doing or can do for you. No. And if you think some people are against you, God will deal with them. No, God cannot do anything to anyone. No, it is you who can do something for somebody or to somebody. And somebody also can do something to you or for you. It's not any God, my people. That's what I'm saying. You see how I find my way again, to detour around because the thing happened almost close to where I'm walking. So I have to turn around now to follow this way, find my way. I did not wait for God to come and make a way for me. Oh, God, come and make it. No, God makes no way for no one. If that guy believes in God, if that guy is a worshiper of God, whether he's going to church or not, it doesn't matter the religion he belongs to. Where was his God? Before that, maybe something happened to his sight, or maybe he was on the phone before that accident happened and he flipped like that. You see? But he will get up, especially if he's in Nigeria, he will get up and say, thank God I'm alive. Oh, I had an accident. No, you are stupid. That's why you had an accident. You did not have accident because you know what was, you were unconscious. Something happened, something distracted you. That's why you got an accident. You see, they blocked that street now. That's the accident behind me right there. You know, why at your age, you that have grown up, you still saying God this, God that? What has that God done for you in reality? Nothing. But you keep ascribing your suffering to the devil and your little success to God. God have not done anything in your effort. You say it is God. God gives you strength. God gives you understanding. God gives nothing to no one. Now you see police coming. God gives you nothing. And God cannot take anything from you. God is useless. That's police going there. Not God. In your time of need, how many times have you called God and God answered? Zero. God can never answer you. God can never show up. God is useless in reality. There's no reason for you to have God. None. You say God, there's nothing God can do for you. So why are you having God? You have God for having God's sake because your parents taught you so. And it's hard for you to leave it now. But even your book tell you that this God is not always there in the time of need. He always comes when you made it. That's when your God appear in your head, not even in reality. Okay, see the story they put in the Bible for you. They say that God planted a garden, put the man and the woman inside there. So, and they tell you that God is omnipresent, God is everywhere. But God was not there when the serpent came and spoke with the woman, and he opened the eyes of the woman to see that God was a liar, and the serpent was the wise one, the one speaking the truth. But all you care about is that they disobey God. Where was God before they disobey him? Where was God? If you are watching over your child or your children, would they do something against you? That's the reason why your presence is important. When you are present, your children behave well. When you are not present, like in America here, many parents are losing their children because they are busy working, leaving their children. You cannot get money in America and gain your children. It's impossible. No one has succeeded in doing that in America. It's either you make money and lose your family, or you make your family and lose money in America. That is their system. That's why you see all this divorce every day. It's not any devil or something else. That's the system. What has God done for you? You said this God watches over you. This God is always with you. But it's not true. Tell me one thing God has done for you. Where was your God before you have that problem? Before you give me testimony that God did so things to save you, to deliver you, or to heal you, tell me where was that your God before you have that sickness, before you have that problem, before you have that disease, before those things happen, those things you are thanking him for now. And you will open your mouth when you're talking to your fellow human being, say prevention is better than cure. Why can't your God prevent the things you're thanking him for curing? Why can't he? They lock up your loved one in the prison. You went to the lawyers. You went visiting them in the prison. And after they get out, you say it is God that bring them out. Oh, some people die in India. You are stupid. Those people that die in India are better than you. Where was your God before he was arrested? He said, oh, he committed crime, he disobeyed God. Where was your God before he committed crime and disobeyed God? Where was that your God? That's what I'm asking you. You go to hospital to visit somebody that's sick, say, let us pray. You are stupid. Pray for what? Where was your God before this person come to hospital? That person don't need your prayer, because your prayer could not prevent him from being admitted in the hospital. And your prayer will not make him get healed or get out of the hospital. He has to stay there, get all the treatment. I've seen some religious people that came and removed their loved ones from the hospital by, oh, leave them. Okay, now after 2 days, after 1 week, after 2 weeks, they come back to hospital. Where was your God is the question. I shared that post about his two children, his one body with two heads. And it was people celebrating their birthday or saying, you know, nobody will say happy birthday to them. I said, people keep saying that nonsense. You post nonsense that shows that, you know, people neglecting science and praising God or believing it is God. Don't touch it. No, there's no God that created anyone. No God created anyone. So I share it, and they say, I ask a question, who created them? You know, Christians now, they say, a confusion of science. It is medicine they were taking. I said, where was God? If you believe that children are from God, are you telling me God gave you children and science mess it up? God gave you children and medicine mess it up? You won't think. But you don't know you are attributing all power to the devil or to science or to whatever he says is responsible of messing up with the God's creation. Think about it. You say, oh no, God, my co-worker say, no, it is the parents. I said, so parents are the one making children, not God. He said, no, you know, I said, stop that. And he's older than me. I said, stop that. Can't you think? Can't you reason? If you say that God is using someone to do something, it means that God is not omnipotent, as you said. That God is not able to do what you say he can do. If that God is able to do what you say he can do, he don't need to use anyone to bless you. He don't need to use anyone to intervene in your case. No, he will do that directly. But your fellow human being will see you suffering and help you. You say, oh, that's the angel of God. God is saying, God will use you. Not God using anyone. Stop that nonsense. It is annoying when I hear grown-ups saying God. If little children say that, I will have problem with that, because their books show me that believing in God and Jesus belongs to little children. That's why they are called children of God. They are not adults of God. They are children. They are little children. They don't. So for adult must become a little children to believe in Jesus. So to follow Jesus said, let the children come to me. You don't tell adults come to Jesus. No. That's stupidity. Come to quit Jesus. Have you seen Jesus? No, you cannot see Jesus. It's little children you tell about Santa Claus, about Jesus Christ. You cannot say that to adults grown up unless that adult is messed up from childhood and that adult refuse to grow up as I was before the knowledge of factual truth set me free. Where was your God? You that is talking that God saved you from whatever. Where was your God before you find yourself in there? I have been in prison. I have been in hospital. I have been all that. Whatever victim you think anybody can be in this world, I have been all that. In my little life, I have experienced all that. And when I came out, I was saying it is God. That's how I became a minister too. My people, we went for Thanksgiving. It is God. God do this. And when I begin to tell them there's no God, they say, after all God did for you. That's why you see that silly girl who made that post. She made the post and tagged me on it, saying, what did God and Jesus do to me? And why am I using women to... Of course, I love women. I mean, I care about women, not love. I care about women. And she's a young girl. I don't think she's married yet. Yeah, she's talking that nonsense against somebody that is trying to wake her up. I used to do all that. God is God. It is not any God. I pay for my wrong. I stole. I did breaking an entry. Of course, you see I'm strong. They arrested me. I was locked up until I was never been like jailed, committed, no. But I was locked up in Onitsha prison. Then I went to Bosta Training Institution in Kaduna, where I spent 3 years, locked up for 3 years of my life as a young person. But I came out, it is God. My parents rejoicing it. Which God? It's not God. I suffered. If you know what I suffered in Kaduna, you will not open your mouth and tell me it is God. But I came out rejoicing it is God. Of course, you want to come out. You want to come out. Okay, it is God. I'm free now. But religion is the worst bondage you find yourself in. It's worse than physical slavery. That's mental slavery that makes you thanking God for what God has not done. For make you thanking God for what God cannot do. Thanking God for what you have done. Thanking God for what your fellow human being has done. It's wrong. Where was your God? Even in their books or in your books, in the incident that's happening, where was your God before those things happen? Whatever excuse you give will expose your stupidity, expose your gullibility, will show that you are too dumb to be human being. It is time you trash God, trash Jesus, trash everything belief system, whether you call it African spirituality or Abrahamic religions, trash all of them, my people. Let us go back to our taproot, which is science, knowledge and understanding of ourselves and our nature. And we will begin to see that life is good. We don't need those laws and commandments they made up to force us to live against our nature. We can live better. And it starts with you. Gordon